What's up?
Aren't you doing it for the likes?
Nah, I ain't doing it for the likes.
Oh, okay. Hold up. So you doing it for the pussy?
Nah, I mean, yeah, no, I ain't doing it for that.
Okay, then what are you doing it for?
Man, I do it for the culture.
Culture.
Check. Yep. This is another episode of For the Culture podcast. I'm your host, Nick Alexander, holding it down dolo today. My partner in crime, Amarie, is sick yet again. She said she's just not feeling well. I think she just had doo-doo butt and didn't want to leave the house. So it's okay, Amarie. We're holding it down for you. Today's we have two guests. We got an MC rapper. And we got his manager. So he got his team on. This is cool to see. So I got to my right, TkZwithalittlek. Welcome.
How's it going, man?
Thank you for coming through, player. Appreciate that. And to my left, manager. You know what I'm saying? Extraordinaire, gold chain, nice shirt.
Yep.
Carries himself well. Zay Royals, right?
What up?
What's going on, boy?
How's it going?
Appreciate y'all coming through, fellas. How you guys feeling?
Feeling good, man. Just hit the studio yesterday. Doing this interview today, so just grinding, you know?
Grinding. So, how long have you been a rapper? Like, have you officially been like going at this? Like,
I guess officially, like, what would you say official? So, like, putting music out, or?
Yeah, trying to really make a living and go at it as an artist.
Probably about a year.
And then and before that, how long were you kind of like just playing around, spitting?
Oh man, did that since I was like 7, 8 years old, man.
Okay.
Just,
So
like writing, rapping. Recorded my first song like at 13.
Nice. So you had the home studio in the bathroom?
Something like that. It was a funny story. I had we did an Xbox mic.
Xbox mic.
That's how I was recording my stuff.
Interesting. I never used the Xbox mic.
Yeah.
I used to when I had a everybody raps at some point, especially niggas. We all rapped it like at 12.
Yeah.
We had that 2 summers where we was writing in the notepad.
Exactly.
So I think what did I do? I think we had a closet studio. We used to go into the closet to record, and then my boy had a Casio keyboard and played whatever shitty beats was on the keyboard.
Right.
Did you rap a little bit, Zay? Or
oh man, I used to freestyle all the time.
You usually spit too? Okay. So how long have you guys been friends? Y'all grew up together? What's the situation?
Something like that.
Straight from like high school, we used to play ball together.
Okay. Yeah. I think that's good. So y'all like saying, yo, we're gonna really do this together. Like,
yeah, definitely.
Now, what made you tell yourself, okay, I love this game, I love rap, but maybe I'm better if I work behind the scenes than in front of it? You know what I'm saying? Like, because that's a very unselfish thing. Like, clearly, you know, you guys were both spitting together, so you might sometimes get the itch to be like still wanting to do it, but then you're like, you know what? I really believe in TK's ability. So, like, how was that for you when that reality that set in that you said maybe I should just go at this as a manager?
It was just one of those things. Like growing up, I just had like a lot of background in like film, music.
Okay.
And then after like high school and everything like that, I ended up getting to like become like promoting and stuff like that in Hollywood. So all the connections were all around me, and I seen him growing as an artist. Okay. So I was like, okay, you know, like this would probably be like a good time to get into management.
So promoters are a very very interesting place to be in when you in this rap game as a promoter. So I'm from New York. And New York is, I mean, every city pretty much where we trying to go to the clubs and, you know, where the chicks at the bottles, you got to know the promoter. That's like rite of passage.
Yeah.
At one point in the last couple years, the promoter were bigger than the rappers. Honestly, they have more bitches than anybody. Can we agree to that?
We can agree to that.
We can agree to that, right? You rapper, you getting on stage, you killing the show. You know, you might have your 1 or 2 girls that came to see you, whatever like that. But the promoter,
he got all of them.
he got everything running through. What happens as a promoter, though, is the stress levels is way more intense.
Yeah.
Because all these girls who he's trying to decide whether I want to keep hooking up or keep fucking or whatever, keep hitting you, right? So, like, how did you transition from promoter to manager? Because it's like an addictive lifestyle, right?
Yeah.
Like you just, like, damn, you feel powerful because you making money, you're making a grip of money. Bad chicks are always, you know, you're responsible for the prettiest women coming out to these shows, these events. And but they bugging you because at the same time you're kind of y'all using each other, right? So like, how did you kind of say, you know what, I can't really go this hard anymore. I gotta find something else that won't be as stressful, or just maybe deal with less women.
I mean, I'm never dealing with less women.
Okay,
I'll say
that's how it's gonna be. He's like, I know, I'll take the stress. I'll take the pussy with the stress. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it comes with the job, really.
Right.
You just gotta know like where you just gotta know like not to really mix like work and pleasure.
Okay,
you know, that's really like.
So you very like you pick like, okay, this is a girl I'm trying to see. These other girls, we cool, but I'm not even looking at them like that. Like, just, you know, do what you do, make me more money. Like, is it like that?
Yeah, I'd say it's more like I scratch your back, you scratch mine. So I'll get you into the venues for free.
Okay.
I'll hook you up and get you bottle service and everything like that.
Yeah.
And you just keep continuing to come out, you know?
Yeah.
So
it's really true, man. Like, girls make these clubs work, right?
Yeah, definitely.
How's your female fan base?
It's
you got, because you got the nice curly hair. You know, you Spanish, right? So
Yeah.
what kind of Spanish are you?
Mexican Salvadorian.
Okay, 'cause I didn't want to judge
Yeah,
off the bat. I would have guessed Mexican because you're from LA. You know what I mean? Wasn't that many options, but I wanted to give you the right to tell me what's in Spanish. So that's cool.
Yeah.
So you got a swag to you. Girls might like the beard, the little thug. You know, you hold it down and shit like that. So how your female fan base is nice? The girls like you? Or you got?
I'm trying to build that a little more. Just I've been doing a lot of rap, just straight heavy like trap. You know, the kind of the that basically rap that gets put on people like get blow up fast off. Like, that's like where I'm trying to head to. But in a sense, like XXX, I don't know if you're familiar with his with his blow up. You know, his style has changed completely from what he started with to where he's at now. And that's where I want to like head to. I want to basically my main focus is not rap. It's like what I take seriously is like I would call it alternative R&B.
Alternative R&B, but with flows on it.
Exactly.
And that's what you love to do. That's your pocket.
That's where it's
So are you doing that now, or you're kind of like, because when you're a young artist, you sometimes you have you confusing direction. You're like, do I want to do what people are feeling, or do I want to stay true in my lane till I get to the point where I say, you know what, I've conquered this lane. Let me start expanding with my sounds.
Right.
Like, so what do you? So you're honestly making the shit that's true to you, or that's kind of like what's people are gravitating towards?
I'm always making like what I like to make. I'm always doing that. Like probably every day. I'm in the studio at least once or twice a week.
Okay.
Making that stuff. But in terms of the stuff I'm putting out is more like a lot of turn up, trap, hip hop type stuff. So
nice. So I was listening to a couple of songs. Well, the ones that you have on your page. Is it like you just got an Instagram account? You don't post much.
No, I don't. I'm not really big on like social.
We gotta get that together.
I mean, honestly, if I wasn't like trying to do music and stuff, I probably wouldn't have social media.
You wouldn't even have it. So there's a song. Was it this song? Like I'm written. Okay. I noticed that you can change up your flows, like your breath and everything. You can rap really fast, and you can take it slow. How is that managing breath control? Because that's a very important thing. Like and I only heard a little bit of your stuff, but like a guy who was a great rapper who was able to do stuff like that was a big pun. He could really rap as fast as him. Yeah. He could slow it down some. He had double, triple entendres, amazing. Like that. Like I don't know your whole tool bag, but like how do you like for rapping like really fast sometimes?
I actually do. I feel like it's a thing people always bug out for. Like they really don't expect it because it's not really big anymore as like a real MC. Like
for sure.
Like going up, I think when I perform and I start rapping fast, people get like really excited about that. So I like to put that in there at least once in every like one of my songs.
Okay.
But in terms of flows, that's what I like pride myself on. I don't like keeping the same flow the whole song. It gets a little boring to me. So
okay. So I have a couple of rapper friends out here. Do you guys like a lot of you guys know each other? Like the ones that are on the come up now in the LA Hollywood rap scene. Like I know my barber cuts my hair. His name is shit, I forgot. I know his name, but his gram name is it's funny to say. It's Paria and J Active. Do y'all know them?
I've heard of J Active.
You heard of J Active? Yeah. Okay, so my J Active is my barber's boy, and they work together. He raps too. Cool. So you guys do like kind of cross paths a lot, right?
We try to try to get whoever's on the underground right now in LA. We try to like make connections with them and see. I think it's all. I think the culture here is kind of like. I don't know. I see a lot of different places. The big homies, the people that are actually on, are like helping a lot of the younger guys. I don't really see that a lot right here. So I feel like everyone from the underground's kind of gotta stick together, try to come up together.
We had another rapper on our show too, Made Music. You know Maynard?
No.
He's from Northwest. He reps Seattle, but he's in LA too. I mean, I'm just seeing what sticks, but it's not a big deal. So. Okay, so when you're in the studio once or twice a week now, you guys have a studio that y'all go to? Y'all have your own self-built studio? How's that?
I have my own home studio that I record a lot of reference tracks, and then when I actually want to take like if I really like a song, I'm like, yo, this one could be a good release. I'll go to the actual studio, and that's like located in.
So all right, question for rap heads who are not familiar, because there's people who listen to rap, but they don't really they don't know the little intricacies. Break down what's a reference track.
Reference track would be like, for example, it's not going to sound like the quality is not going to be there. It's going to be very. I mix my own stuff a lot of times,
okay.
So it's not going to be very professional sounding. It's going to sound pretty whack if you hear like in different platforms. But it's basically what you want to hear in a track. It could even be someone else's track. I could like write a whole song and then someone else perform it completely. That's a reference track.
Oh, it's kind of like what
Quentin Miller,
Quentin Miller, Drake,
exactly.
Yeah. So.
But I do that for myself,
Like a lot of and then you basically, when I get the budget and I can really flip it, then I'm gonna keep this.
Yeah.
Have you written for other rappers?
Yeah, I've actually written for one right now. He's doing his. You
don't gotta name him if you don't want to.
No,
it's okay. Keep it on profile. So how is that money wise? Is that like you get a decent amount of coin writing
it's
for?
Cool. Yeah, a lot of them are not released. There's only one release right now. So
okay, but you still get paid for the track though, right? To write. So like. When do rappers who maybe are a little bit further than you in the game, like, how do they get a hold of your stuff and be like, damn, I want you to write for me? Because, like, comics write, there's comics who get hired to work on shows, to write on shows, or write for other comics when they're, like, getting ready for a special. Like, usually a comic, when they're touring, whoever his boys are on the road with him are usually, like, helping him with his jokes.
Right.
But, like, how is it that, like, you're rapping, like, you do your live shows, you're putting out mixtapes, you're doing festivals or whatever, and then somebody else kind of sees or hears about you, what you do, maybe they hear a SoundCloud track. Right. Do they, like, just be like, yo, I heard about you, I want to see you want to come in the studio and write with me? Like, is that kind of what happens? Or
at the moment, I've really only written for him. So
okay.
It's really just, I'll take it as it comes. I mean, if it's there, I mean, I'll take it. If not, But I really haven't had a lot of people come up to me and ask me, like, oh, like, would you write for me type stuff.
I got you. So, Zay, are you more into building up TK as an independent artist, and really you more concerned on like following, getting your live shows hot, getting your touring independent really popping, and then pursuing a major? Or do you feel like getting him into like the right camp is the move, and then hopefully him getting a deal out of that? Like how do you like are pursuing like your business opportunities to make sure you guys are in good positions moving forward?
Okay. Well, I mean, right now we're just focusing on like getting like the best content out there as possible.
Okay.
And then from there, we start pushing for like the music videos and everything like that. Then we start pushing for the shows. Okay. We want to make sure that we have something out there for people to
So now it's songs right now before the videos come out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we have a real nigga in the streets backing y'all?
What do you mean by that?
Next question. No, I'm just kidding. Just because obviously, like, do you guys have people that y'all just know that shoot stuff, so they want to work with y'all and film your stuff, or like, is it expensive to really do all that stuff? Like,
we actually have like a large family like behind the scenes.
Yeah, definitely.
That's dope.
Large family. They're onto the whole
large
thing.
Family. That's right. No, serious. He's like, no, we're family, legit. All right, cool. That's what's up. Did you work any jobs prior to the rapping? Are you a full time like self made artist right now, or are you still?
Right now, I'm still working, day job, but I've always worked since like probably 17.
Okay,
grinding. It's hard to live out here in LA, so
for sure. And you gotta keep money in your pocket.
Definitely.
What do you mind sharing what you do?
Yeah, I do construction right now.
Okay, that's what's up. That's cool. See, built the shit with the hands. Built the shit for the land. Okay, so I met you at we met at a party. My boy had a 30th party that was sick as shit, right? Yeah. It was dope ass party in the hills. And a lot of the artists was there. I think it was a cool vibe. Is that something that you kind of have to do? Like, are you there to kind of network a little bit, or were you there just for like a good time? Like, how as a manager, is it necessary for you to have to go to these parties and something just because you never know who you cross paths with?
No, exactly. Like, honestly, like human communication is very important, just because you never know who you'll meet that will push you forward in life.
Yeah.
So I always believe in like moving around as much as possible, going to as many events as possible, because I like to be around people. For sure. Because you never know who you're going to meet and where they're going to push you in life. So
I like that. I like that. You got a good manager, man.
Dude, that's why he's there.
So, all right, let's hypotheticals, right? Now, if we've learned anything, we've learned that guys start out friends in the game. Money comes, success comes, issues come, right? How are you guys securing y'all bond that nothing can get in the way of what you guys are really trying to build and accomplish together? Like, say, for instance, like over this next year, you know, your songs resonate in the Cali area and a little bit of markets outside of here. You start touring now. Instead of like 50 people at your shows, you got 100 to 200 people at your shows or whatever, right? You know, you guys are starting to make a decent amount, whatever. And a bigger management camp comes in and says, yo, man, like, I respect what y'all is trying to do, but I think I could really do some things for your career. Mm-hmm. Like, what takes place then? Like, are you able to look at Zay honestly and be like, all right, yo, I need Zay with me. Like, we got to find a way to still keep him involved. Like, how have you guys thought about these? Have you guys had these kind of talks? Because, you know, these are things that always kind of just tends to happen. Like, you know, you and your manager, your right-hand man's from the childhood or whatever, is y'all coming up, and then, you know, the big fish come, and then, you know, and then the problems come. Like, how do you guys, how are y'all secure that things are not going to go that way for y'all?
I think it's just like, you know, I think we have the same vision in terms of what we want to accomplish in this. And it's like, if that were to happen, and if they were to allow, you know, him to come on with me and, you know, still be a part of that, then I'd be more than willing. I know, like, he would if it's a great opportunity. But
right.
If not, I mean, I think we're both we both know that if someone is coming up and seeing like what he already saw, then I feel like we should just keep pushing.
That's what's up. Yeah. That's what's up. And I'm sure you're versed. You know, did you see the new edition biopic?
No, I haven't.
I advise you watch that film because when they focus on the 80s parts of when the group was just there, they kept getting jerked over constantly because the key word phrase that always comes back is because you never read your contract. You guys, are you familiar? You just knowledgeable with like contracts and stuff like that? So like y'all don't get, you know, jerked on the first go round?
Yeah, definitely.
No, yeah,
that's dope.
We always make sure to read it thoroughly, like no matter what. I study
criminal justice. So.
You word?
Yeah,
so they can't pull a fast one on you.
Yeah, exactly.
Like what? I didn't approve of my booty being touched. No, that's good. That's important. Like, you know, I just feel like
into that, like the whole law thing. That's kind of my thing. I like it. You
Oh,
know?
that's great. That's good. That's good that you just say, you know, I can't just think about music. I gotta be smart and
it's bigger than that, man.
And it's bigger than music.
Yeah.
I had a question. Okay, let's get into some lists. Let's get into some lists. Now, when you guys you know, we break down this GOAT subject a lot.
Yeah.
Now, do you have the head of mind to say there can't be a really one best ever? Because we have to really break it down in eras.
Yeah, definitely.
But eras do overlap sometimes. So, like, do you guys would always, like, could you say I have an old school top 5 and then a new school top 5 or a personal top 5? Like, how do you guys, when y'all talk top 5s with your friends who love rap, like, when y'all go at it, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I think that's probably the only way to actually do it.
You think it's fair? It's the most fair?
Yeah, you can't like compare someone like, for example, Drake and Tupac. Like, it was just completely different times, you know. And there was a lot going on in both, you know, different eras of the climate, and it's just like, I think the way you put it is basically how we go, like, who's the best in the old, who's the best in the when we were growing up, and even now I think we're even in a newer generation where like people are gonna start having to talk about like who's big from here, you know, going on. Because I mean, Drake's like, he's old, man. You know, I don't know how long he could hold it down.
I mean, he's been on top for a while. I mean, he's only 31, 32, so that's not that old at all.
Yeah.
So let's get right here.
Yeah.
Personal top 5 with a 6-man. Doesn't matter how successful they were, how short, how long their run was. Personally, they did the most for you. So it doesn't have to be who's considered the best, who sold the most records. Your personal top 5, and you get a 6-man. Go.
For me, personal top 5. Number 1, Eminem.
Okay.
Number 2, Wayne.
Okay.
Let's see. I'd have to put 3. I put Drake up at 3.
Drake at 3. Okay.
Yeah, Drake at 3.
That's fine.
4. What else would I put? 4 would probably be Pac.
Okay.
And 5 would be Ye.
5 Ye. And who's your 6-man?
6-man.
You get a 6-man. Off the bench.
Does that have to be rap?
Yeah.
All right, rap. 6-man rap. Let's see. I don't know, man. That's a hard question.
You ain't got a 6?
I ain't got a 6. I only keep the 5.
Okay,
I never really got asked the 6.
In your opinion, okay, so I've heard this talk about on a lot of other rap shows that I watch, because I watch like Everyday Struggle, and I watch a lot of like Breakfast Club, 197. So can a guy like Drake be considered a top 5 all time because he doesn't write his own rhymes, or no? In your criteria?
In my criteria, yeah, definitely. I think
he can't be? Or
he could be.
He still could be.
Just because I think people don't really look at what goes on into making a song. Like, there's, I mean, everyone writes for someone, you know, like, Ye has writers. Like, everyone on top has at least had one song or more, if not the whole project written for them.
Because it gets to a point where, like, you got to produce, like, your music at a certain pace.
What about Jay and Eminem, though? Like, you know, they're very lauded for always either very off the cuff or they don't do that. I mean, but like I said, you don't think it matters.
No, I don't. I just think it's like more delivery and the way he actually put it out.
Cool Mo D would probably shoot you in the face. I'm kidding. All right, that's fair. I just want to know your opinion. So, Zay, give me top 5 personal favorites with a 6-man if you have a 6-man.
Man,
your list is pretty good. All those guys are great. And like I said, didn't have to be the most famous people. Just whoever does it for you the most, most albums you got. So that's cool. So who's your top 5 with a 6-man?
Dude, honestly, I can't. I don't know. I hate like having to like put someone above someone else.
It's okay
just because
you don't have to do the order. Just give me 5. Just give me your favorite. It's just favorite, not the top. It doesn't mean that they're the best. It just means they're your favorite 5 or 6. Right. Yeah, 6.
You know, I'm not going to give you like a list, but I'll tell you who I am messing with right now that I'm very interested in.
So your current favorite 5.
Yeah, I'm just going to give you one person. All right.
You just give me one
person, or 2 people, right?
TK with the little Z, obviously.
Yeah, TkZ.
With little K, with little K. Sorry.
And then I'll say Tekashi 6ix9ine.
You fucking with Tekashi?
I'm fucking with Tekashi. Yeah.
Okay, my thing with him is I feel like his songs are too short. Is that a fair criticism?
I mean,
his records are just mad short, like 2 minute 30 seconds.
Realize that like these days, people's attention span is like a lot shorter, you know.
But okay, I want to believe that, but then there's certain rappers who come out like Kendrick don't do that. He don't succumb to that. So can we really give that excuse if guys like Kendrick? Shit, he's been the #1 rapper. I would say, you know, last couple of years because his album last year was fire. Yeah, the Black Panther soundtrack. You know what I'm saying? And he don't shortchange in terms of the time length. Right. I have a thing because I like to hear, 2 to 3 verses.
Right.
If you got a feature in there, you know, songs going 3.5, 4 minutes, you know, whatever. So, but you feel like most guys are kind of like assimilating to just shorter records.
Yeah. You have like Lil Pump as well. His songs don't really go over like 3 something. Like
short. Same with like XXX.
Do you guys think about stuff like that, like length of songs, like how long the song has to be?
Yeah, definitely do.
A key role for sure, because you got to make sure that like you keep your people's interests like
right
throughout the song.
Like now, a lot of people don't know this, but like a way you could tell whether a record is hot or not is if it's popping like in the strip clubs.
Yeah.
Do you have any of your music that's in the strip club right now that maybe I can go frequent and maybe I'd hear TK with
Low-key, not yet, but I mean, Low-key Drip could be a good strip club song.
You can start out at Sam's. I don't know.
We should go check that out. We should go after here.
Right. Start going to all the little clubs in LA like, hey man, I got this fire shit. When it comes on, bitches really gonna pop their pussy.
Exactly.
So you only can give me 2, Tekashi and TkZ.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. You don't want to give me more than that?
No, just
you don't got a personal favorite?
My personal favorite?
I'll your personal top 5. It's not, like I said, it's not. I mean,
I'll say like one artist that's like always kept my interest for sure in hip hop has definitely been like Childish Gambino, just because he's always like coming with something new.
Yeah, so you've been fucking with Gambino since his early mixtapes, like since back in the day, like 08, 09 when he was out.
And everything.
Dude, he tried to put me on, and I was just like, I wasn't fucking with it.
You wasn't fucking with it? You came around, or?
Yeah, until one time we was really faded, and he was like, he put it on. I'm like, bro, what is this? He's like, bro, it's Childish Gambino. I was like, what?
He's really good. I'm not gonna lie. He can rap. You know, he can do the melody stuff too.
Yeah.
It's great that he's having like pop success now or crossing over in a sense. He's had a couple of records, but like still, you never really put him like upper echelon. But like I think now with the momentum high, because he's pretty much the biggest star in the world.
Yeah, definitely.
It's just one of the biggest stars. That's dope. So Gambino, he's cool. I like Gambino. So how you feel about the Drake Pusha beef, man?
Oh man, that was unexpected, honestly. Yeah. I didn't think Pusha was gonna come like that.
Yeah, I felt like he was. I always felt like he had the vicious angle, and he really put it on display with Added On. I mean, now here's my thing. I hate this thing where like I respect honestly like anybody who I hear about if they say he warrants respect. So the Jay Prince dude who was like the mentor who's been in music for a long time. I thought that was kind of whack. Him saying that, oh, Drake got the song that could have ended Push's career, but I told him not to put it out. Because that's almost like when you like little and the nigga's like,
exactly.
oh, if we go into court, man, I beat you, ball, but I don't want to beat you right now and make you look silly. Like, if you're gonna beat me, then beat me. I feel like,
how I felt like
you come into defense of a grown ass man, a father. This nigga got kids we didn't know about.
That was crazy.
Like that's a little sus to me. I don't know.
I was referred back to the line where he said he was like, I can't be having a kid out here still kidding around.
Right.
Like, what? Shit. Lotto is.
Have you had any rap beefs in your short career?
Not really rap beefs. I mean, I just feel like there's some sort of like jealousy sometimes.
A little bit? Okay.
Yeah, just between like local artists that I've crossed paths with, and I don't know. I feel like if you put in your work, like you're gonna get what you deserve out of it. You know?
Yeah.
It's just like you can't be mad at me because I did my work. You
used to freestyle battle or no?
Nah, I don't really. I'm not talented like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's honest.
Unless I'm really faded.
Okay. Yeah, you really get.
Like,
so, but you can freestyle, but you're just saying I'm not a battle rapper.
No, not at all.
Okay. And
I'm more like I said, I write for people, so that's like my main thing. I love writing. Like I write every day. Yeah.
Okay. So how often? How many like? Like you said, how long do you write for? Like an hour, 2 hours? Like how? Because as a comic, like, you know, it's honest to kind of like write our jokes, but with me, my stuff always kind of just comes sporadically and ideas. I obsess about my set for the most part. I think about jokes, especially when I get into a pocket of when I'm working on new material. I start thinking about how I can try these different things and I get excited. My brain gets excited, but I necessarily don't really write pen to the pad. Now, are you writing in the phone? Do you do old school?
I do writing in the phone. I have like
easier?
over 800 notes on my phone. Just like,
wow. So is that backed up in case anything happens?
I got like my whole thing is like backed up to my iCloud.
Always. And you're on top of that too?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, man. It's just whenever I even if it's just like one bar, like that's probably the shortest I've probably ever written something for the day. But most of the time it ends up being like a full verse or half a verse. And then they end up like interchanging. So I'll be writing and then I'll get a beat that it matches to. So I'll be like, oh, let me just start writing to this. So maybe like yesterday's bar that I wrote mixed with like next week's bar, and I put them together and it just fits, you know? So.
What's the biggest crowd you've ever had for a show that you did, like to see you?
I don't know, man. It wasn't that big. It was probably like 40, 50 people.
What venue?
Not even, probably more, right?
Where was that?
Look, the one we were just had a couple weeks ago. Well, I don't know. Well, we had a couple. Like we had the Project XXX.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
that was cool.
And then we also had we had the party with was MCF.
MCF, yeah, that was pretty big actually. Yeah, I was like 60, 70.
Dope.
But
and they were all your fans.
No, it was like a mixture. It was a mixture of everyone.
Yeah,
like
we have a family, like we said.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
So we have like a lot of artists that we're close with. So
you manage a couple other rappers?
No, I don't manage them, but like again, we're family. So like we all take care of each other.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So where you see yourself like in the next 5 years? Like how do you? Like, you know, I clearly you got to have the vision, the goals, and the see. So, like, what do you really expect to be doing in about 5 years from now?
You know what's crazy? Like, when people used to ask me that, like, 5 years ago when I was in high school, I'd be like, oh, I'm going to be doing this, doing that, doing this. And it's like, none of that happened. So at this point, like, I'm kind of taking it as it goes. But ideally, I'm really excited about this project that we're about to push out. We have a lot of big features on it.
What's it called?
TkZ with a little tape.
That's funny. I like that.
Playing it on the name, you know, playing a lot of playing with the name, you know, with a little. I think that's gonna be like
you're gonna keep that in there.
Yeah. So pretty excited about that.
Don't ever put out a TKD with the little dick. That's not.
Dude, I get jokes about that a lot.
Yeah.
That's funny. Cool. Yeah, man. It's just I think we're on the right path. I think we just got to keep working with the people we're working with, the type of caliber of people we're working with right now, and I could see. The next 5 years, if we keep going this strong, we'd probably be somewhere where I want to be, which is being able to make music, make art, and not having to work a regular job. You know,
for
that
sure.
I can sustain myself on that.
Absolutely, and you trying to get them there for sure, right?
Oh yeah, most definitely. That's my whole job.
Yeah. No. I was to ask you when you go into the studio, right, and like you're working on a song. How long does it take to make a polished song for you right now at this stage?
The polished song.
Does it depend? Like, can you knock something out in 2 hours or you need a couple days? Like, how is it?
Probably like 20, 30 minutes.
Really? It's that quick?
Really quick with it.
Yeah. I mean, it's just because, like I said, I write so much that I end up memorizing it anyway. So I never want to hit the stew like having to be like, oh, let me write for like an hour or like let me try to catch a flow to this beat. Like I want to go in there prepared. Like it's just all business. Like I'm gonna get in there,
you come ready,
knock it out, and then the engineer's gonna do his job, and then that's it.
Oh, here's my thing, right? So when I was when I was a fake rapper, were you somebody like you just write and then wait to hear the beat that matches what you're writing, or you or opposite? Like you hear the beat, you have to wait for the beat, and then you write to whatever beat you got.
Yeah, I do that. I like getting beats, so I'm always like on my Instagram, like letting people know, like send me something, send me hot, and if I really vibe it, if I really vibe, like my thing is if I can't freestyle, like that's not my thing. But if I could freestyle to like a beat that I just hear for like at least like 5-6 bars, like I know I could write a song to that. I can catch the flow.
So you have to catch a jolt of good energy, and it's like I'm feeling this. I'm kind of similar. Like I always know that a joke is gonna work really well if I'm laughing to myself a lot. Yeah. Like there's a lot of times where something will happen to me, and it's funny to people. Like I'm one of those people who I make people laugh because they just notice that I'm not even aware of what I'm saying or doing. Like that makes people laugh, and then they'll point that shit out to me, and I'm like, no, I'm in a serious space, right? And then there's things that I just find really silly because, I'm retarded also, and I just can't stop thinking about. Like I obsess over the thing I did. Like, for example, like I was in Phoenix doing shows last weekend, right? So the joke ain't polished, but I can give you a rough form of where I kind of get some laughs on it. So I'm in Phoenix, right? I was bored in my hotel, right? I start going on Bumble, just seeing if I can get some pussy, right? Yeah, just going through. I land on these white girls, right? White girls are dressed up, they're cute, right? Yeah. But on their Bumble, these chicks are holding Confederate flags. Oh, no. And then we matched.
Get out.
But we matched, right? Yeah. And in my head, I start going crazy. So I'm thinking, so what does this mean? So am I getting a threesome, but they got to still call me nigger and I got to just take it? Like, I don't know what's going to happen. Like, you know what I mean? And they're like, give me, are they spewing racial slurs and give me this nigger cock or whatever that, gets white girls in Phoenix off? And I'm saying to myself, hey, you can't talk to me like that. And then they're like, well, shit, I got my assault rifle right above the fucking bed. Like, do you want me to pull it out? And I'm like, all right, let me just make America great again.
Right.
So that's something new that I'm doing. And sometimes I'm playing with the flow. I'm still trying to figure out what works because my homegirl pointed out to me that, and this is something in comedy you have to learn too, in different regions, people are going to react differently. So you might be able to get away with saying something outlandish like that in Phoenix because, yes, you're probably performing in front of a lot of Republicans who are just going to, really find the idea funny because I'm not, shitting on what Trump or whoever their beliefs are. I'm just making fun of the how ironic it is that I match with girls who are wearing Confederate flags because sometimes there's things that they stand behind that don't benefit black people. Yeah. But when you do the show in LA, like in Burbank, where everybody is not Republican, but they can be super sensitive or just very ooh, I don't even want to get on such a topic or fathom that kind of thing, it kind of makes people hesitant. So I had shows last night where I was getting laughs, but I didn't get that same response that I got in Phoenix. Oh. And now maybe I might kill that shit in the Midwest, but in the South, they don't even want to fucking hear me talk about fucking white girls. Yeah. So I gotta sometimes know where to play, where to poke. Do you feel like you have to do that sometimes? Because maybe what part of LA specifically are you from?
I was born and raised in Hollywood.
Okay, so you really Hollywood, LA. LA. So is there shit that people feel in this area that maybe they won't? So you have to decide songs or lyrics. Do you ever have to adjust like that?
I try to never really adjust my my lyrics as long as I'm cool with it. I'm happy with the song. I feel like the art is gonna be either criticized or loved.
For sure.
It doesn't really matter who's. What I do to it, no matter what, no one's ever gonna love your song. Not everyone's gonna love your song. Yeah. Some people are gonna just hate as it is. So
I'd be fine just telling that joke, and even if it doesn't get the same reaction that Phoenix got, I think it's funny. So I'm always gonna do it. I'd probably be sacrilege and just risk my set sometimes going down some just so I get to say that joke out loud because I just love it. That's I just can't believe that I really matched with two girls holding Confederate flags. It just tripped me out.
That's respect.
You got the threesome then.
Well, we're not here to talk about what I do. No. Actually, I didn't. Here's the thing: I didn't match with them at all. I swiped, yeah, but it just kept going. So like, but that's the part where you twist in comedy. You just put exaggeration because like, okay, the opportunity is there. You saw a girl with Confederate flags on your bumble, and then I swapped. But what if I matched? And you just so it's just like there's a little bit of truth, and then a lot of it is exaggerated, or just made up. And my object as a comic is to sell it. So
that's hard to do, man. I mean, I don't know how you do that. I don't know. It'd be really hard just to. One thing it's like. You go up there as a rapper and you perform, the beat's going. At least if the beat's cool, like people will be like nodding their heads.
For sure,
but, like,
right?
As a comic, bro, like you just up there by yourself.
Man, let me tell you something. There's no greatest hits of jokes we can do when shit ain't when shit ain't going right. Like it's very weird. Like you really have to stand on what you write. Yeah. So. Even like I said, song is the benefit of melodies and whatever like that. But even and music, we're not gonna just dismiss like music ain't hard. Music is hard too. But stand up is such a different hard because it's really up to you and your words in that microphone and your confidence and controlling a crowd. Have you done some rowdy shows? Like how has that been? Like have you been in some like fucking like goddamn nigga we could have died tonight? Have you done anything? You got a story?
That's like, 2-3 weeks ago?
All right, yeah, fuck it. I want to hear that shit. Let me hear about y'all niggas almost dying.
Yeah, so I was actually, we have like you said, we have a big family. A lot of people doing production. Some people doing film. Some people doing rap. So I'm hanging out with the people that are going to be doing rap, obviously, because that's what we're trying to do, connections and network and all that. So my homie hits me up, he's like, you want to do the show? I was like, yeah, no doubt. And so we're like pretty excited about the show. We have some unreleased stuff. It's released now, but at the time it was unreleased. I was like, maybe we'll see how it hits with the crowd. Yeah. And we're there for a minute. The area, first of all, was a little sketch. It was like a little down south. So I was like, okay.
We're talking like what, like past Inglewood, Compton?
No, it's before, but it's like, was it Crenshaw? And no, not Crenshaw. Where were we at? Past Adams.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Is it pretty hood once it gets past Adams?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, you can keep it real. Sorry.
It's a little bit.
But you're not shitting on your hometown. You're giving me the reality. Yeah. Like, look, if y'all was in New York and I'm from Queens. I was born in Far Rockaway, Queens. Grew up in Jamaica. Far Rockaway in Jamaica, they got a lot of hood ass parts. And then there's some parts where you gotta keep driving and it's not too bad.
Right.
Jamaica is a very like 4-block radius. Like when you go higher, there's an area called Jamaica Estates where there are a lot of homes, whatever, people work jobs and then have their cribs. Yeah. The further south in Jamaica you go, the more ridiculous it gets. So that's where the 50 Cent Jamaica Queens starts. And like me, I had to go through that because I had to take buses and trains to get to certain places. Yeah. But I live like a block or two north where it's like apartments and it's like chill. But like, block or two down, it's right there. So like you're not shitting on LA. Like we know y'all locals, but y'all just keep it real. You go to a certain area, this is what you're dealing with.
I would say keep it west of the 10 freeway.
Okay, west of the 10 freeway.
I'm tripping. What is that? North of the 10 freeway.
Because this is like south.
Yeah. So south.
Because I'm thinking 10 from east and west.
So
but keep
like
it north.
South of Mid-City.
South of the 10 freeway.
Okay, I heard of Mid-City. All right. So y'all do this venue in his hood. Is it a club or is it a bar? What is it?
It's like a venue. It's cool. It's just a space so you can throw parties.
Okay.
Our homies are cool with like different rappers. I don't know if you know TC 4800. He came through to perform. Some other people came. They're pretty big. He had a couple songs with like Ty Dolla. It was cool. So we were
Ty's fucking with him. That's cool.
Yeah, everyone was vibing. It was cool. And then the next artist goes up. And then a fight breaks out, so everyone's like starts tripping. They start running to the back because I guess someone thought a gun was pulled. And we're like, okay, that was weird. So they kind of gather everyone together. They're like, okay, like we're gonna come back. Let's get the vibe back. Like everything's fine. We kicked out the people that were fighting. Blah blah blah.
Right.
And
you were next.
And I was next. So I was like, all right, cool. So like when I'm trying to. It's hard though at that point because everyone's already like shook. Like everyone's like kind of scared. So I'm just like, okay. Beat starts playing. I'm like, all right, TkZ with Lil K. Blah, blah, I'm here. And then everyone's there and then just start, bam, just like gunshots.
Now here's what then the shots went off. Oh, like, shit. So they really was a gun.
Boom, boom.
Goddamn. And the show's over.
And the show, like, everyone would dip. Probably like, all right, we gotta go.
We gotta go. We're not gonna get off our songs tonight.
Yeah, I'm not about, performing. Yeah, it's not cool.
So here's the thing, right? Because like I've always been, in New York, I used to like host comedy shows where there were like venues where the rappers or performers were there. And I find it very like interesting, right? So like when you don't have fans of your music, and you're in a venue where you're just people that it's basically they're gonna hear your shit for the first time and they're gonna either vibe to it or they're not.
Exactly.
Does it take like the crowd a minute or two to kind of like they want to hear you first and then decide keep like how do you get one into your shit and they've never heard you before? Like as I'm always curious to see how you guys try to win the crowd over.
I think it's just your energy you put out. You know, they're gonna, you know, the stage is gonna definitely reveal like your truth. I feel like if you're up there and you're just like really not setting the tone, then the audience is not gonna vibe with it at all. So as long as you come out there, even if, you know, like I said, the beat can be cool and you're out there jumping around, you know, giving everyone energy, trying to get everyone turned, then I feel like people really vibe with that. And it doesn't really matter what you're spitting or whatever. But then, like I said, when I start doing my fast rap where people don't really see that anymore. And I think it's weird nowadays because nowadays rappers just like play their song and then like just rap over it and do their ad-libs. And I'm trying to get away from that. I'm trying to just play the instrumental and just like literally just rap, just my voice and stuff.
Okay.
So I think that will bring like again just to bring in another aspect of people actually rocking with me. Like damn, like I haven't seen this in a minute, you know, since like back in the days.
Nice. So have you ever done a show where like, you know, you came out? How many songs are you usually doing now when you do a show? Like you do like three?
Yeah, like 3 or 4.
Okay. You do the show, there's a crowd there, right? Mm-hmm. And they're just not fucking with you. Like they just kind of like walk off. They just kind of go to the bar.
That happened, yeah.
That happened?
Yeah, I've had that happen, man.
And how does that feel? What is going through your mind when you thinking you know your good songs? Like you said, you make songs for the ladies. Like you try to like the club feel good records. So like that's your space to honestly get their attention and dance or just you know whatever vibe to you. And so you just what's going on in your head? Like you see cute girls whatever like that, and or a nigga just go like whatever. Like what's going on? And you still gotta rap your lyrics because like you gotta do way more talking than a comic does when we have jokes. Like if I see somebody walking off of my set and this happened or whatever like that, or a nigga like one nigga kind of booed me or whatever like that, like I can stop and like kind of like talk to him and be like damn, like what's going on with you? Like why you so hurt? Like you know or whatever. So what's going on through your brain?
I think
did your feelings get hurt?
At first, yeah, my feelings would get hurt. I'm like damn, like I really put all this effort, came out here and like no one fucks with me. But at this point, I'm just like if I just keep doing me, like it doesn't really matter as long as I'm having fun. Like we're doing our thing. It's always gonna be practice as well. Like getting on stage, working with the mic. It's you know, there's no negative thing that's coming. So even if people are not rocking with me, I'm just like, all right, like it's just not for you. Like I'm just this is not.
How did you feel watching your boy get people walking out of him? People walking out of him, or did you ever get booed?
Nah, I never got booed.
That's good.
I mean, honestly, like I try my best. Like whenever I'm in the crowd, like I'll get everybody like
trying to get turned.
Like like the whole thing's like you gotta put little seeds. Like I have people I'll come with and I'll put them in little areas and have them get turned just to build the vibe.
Yeah, that's true.
Like people follow a lot.
They follow the energy. Okay, you're a smart guy. You know, I believe in this guy, man. You gonna be all right.
Thanks, man.
He's a smart dude. I never thought about that. Like you kind of like see the little hype man's in there.
Yeah, exactly.
And you know, all right, that's smart. I never thought about that. Cause I definitely like you said, you're rapping. Strangers are hearing your shit for the first time. Everybody's gonna be a little reluctant or hesitant to kind of get into it. Yeah. So if you see a couple of niggas kind of like vibing, it's gonna make
this is actually pretty cool. Yeah.
All right, I like that. How do your parents feel about that? So you rapping, you say Mexican background, Salvadoran background.
Yeah.
My folks are from the Caribbean, so I can relate into the sense of like your folks believe in work, paying a living, 9 to 5, honest job.
Yeah.
Entertainment, they don't really understand it. No. They don't understand how you make a living, how you make money. Right. Why do you have to do all these other things? Why do you have to be out all the time? So like, are your folks supportive? Have they kind of come around to it? How are they?
Yeah, they definitely come around to it. At first, you know, like you said, everyone wants to rap at one point in their life, and it really wasn't serious when I first started, just like putting stuff on SoundCloud, not really like doing anything to actually excel my career.
Right.
So I think at that point, people were just like, nah, I'm not gonna support this. This is dumb. Go to school. Go to school. You know? Yeah. So at this point, I think I'm seeing some traction coming. They see the hard work that I put in, and I think they've come around to just like supporting just whatever I want to do in my life. And I think that's the most important part. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be entertainment, anything. Like you want to be a doctor, police officer. It doesn't matter. Just support your kids. You know.
Yeah. And so have your folks ever seen you perform live?
No, actually, no, they haven't.
Have they ever heard a song of yours?
I think so. I don't think they approve.
That's cool.
But I mean, it's good. It's not. I'm not making like the song. I'm not in the booth like, damn. Like I wonder if my mom's gonna fuck with this.
You have siblings?
Yeah, I do. I have a lot.
How many?
I have one real brother, and then I have siblings. I have over 6.
So on both sides? Your parents?
My mom just has 1, and then my dad has 6.
Papa was a Rolling Stone?
Yeah.
Okay. Basically. That's what's up. How you get along with your relatives in terms of with the music? Like, have they supported you? Or
definitely. I think my little brother's probably biggest supporter. He's 17. He's in high school, so that's a good like age to start pushing. Like a lot of people really like at that age, I was really big into music. So
yeah, get him young.
Yeah, exactly.
And he tells all his friends to listen to your stuff, and that's cool. That's cool. So have they gone? Everybody's gone to your shows at some point.
Yeah, at some point. Yeah, they've gone. But everyone else is like really young. He's the oldest sibling. I have another one that's my age. She's 22.
Okay.
And the rest of them are like. The oldest one is probably like 6.
So they're not ready.
So they're not ready to
They're not ready for TkZ with the little K.
Exactly. although one of my dad was telling me that my sister was like watching my video like the whole day. So I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
That's dope. How your folks feel about you being promoting into the management space? Like, did your family come from like that, or is that 9-to-5ers and just working folks, or like how they supported your ventures also?
Well, actually, like I have like a lot of like musicians in my family, so like on my mom's side, things like that. So my mom's like acting and things, so like they're very like well-rounded in entertainment. So,
okay, so they're all in.
Yeah.
Okay, that's dope. No, that's good. That's nice. That's nice. I guess before we go, I want to probably ask one question to both of you guys. If you weren't rapping, what do you think you'd be doing?
Probably finishing school right now. I kind of took a break from that just to really pursue what I'm doing and making money so I can invest in myself.
For sure.
But I don't think if I was rapping, I'd just be full on, just like full unit, trying to get like something going with schooling.
Okay. How about you?
If I wasn't like managing,
what would you be doing?
I mean, I'm still in school right now, as it is, so I'll probably just be focusing on that. Studying mechanical engineering, just in the books, math and science, like every day.
Dope. Oh, okay. Actually, I have another question. Who is like the biggest rapper if you have crossed paths or whatever? Like, have given you a compliment or everything? Have you crossed paths with anybody who you kind of like fuck with and they said that you got some good shit? Keep going. Like, have you got any?
Tekashi. He was crossing with Tekashi. We were trying to get a feature at the time.
Yeah.
This was before the blow up though. It was crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, met him out in Hollywood. Just
nice,
doing my job.
It's weird. I watched his Breakfast Club interview and some of his Hot 97. He's very good at marketing himself because he knows how to antagonize and get people like to just fuck it. Even if they don't like him, they get them to watch him. Like he's like TV, like must see TV.
Yeah,
I feel like he does teeter a little dangerously, but it seems to just fucking work. Like he doesn't get caught up. But like I just feel like he gonna get tired of that. Like like he's really young. So right now 21, so you feel like I could do this shit all day. But when you get hopefully he sees 28, 29.
Right.
Like, I don't know. Is he still going to want to keep doing that? Like,
yeah, it's definitely, well, I guess we'll have to see, but.
We'll have to see.
Yeah, I've seen like a lot of the stuff that he's been experimenting with his sound. So, I mean, who knows? Like, I think Adam 22 said it best when he was like, people don't really buy into the genre or the music anymore. They kind of just buy into the artist.
Yeah.
Which is like a cool thing to have.
Because I seen him before the tattoos. Like, he looked like he was a school guy. Like, he's a smart dude. He's not an idiot.
No,
like,
he's not.
Once I started seeing how he can go back and forth with Charlamagne, I'm like, oh, he's not dumb. Yeah. He's definitely not dumb. He chooses to do this.
Exactly.
He knows what he's doing.
He knows what he's doing. And then the music is good enough. Like, if it was this and then the music was trash, you could be like, he's not gonna last. But then he puts out people to fucking with his records.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
I have to say, like I was like,
love or hate it, you're gonna listen.
Right, you're gonna tune in on, you're gonna click on something of his.
Yeah.
That's cool though. It's like shit. Like, okay, fine. This guy is one of the hottest dudes now, but even before the blow up, he's so you feel like I'm doing the right things.
Yeah,
I gotta just.
I don't know if you know Chapo as well.
I've heard of Chapo.
Chapo, he's like I have a song with him. Like I don't know if you were checking that out. He actually reposted my stuff. So
nice.
Posted on his Instagram to go check it out. So
all right, and then
I feel like that's a good
for sure
doing the right thing.
Absolutely. So both of y'all gotta be encouraged, man. Real quick before we get out, I want you to plug your projects, make sure it's clear so that, our listeners can check you guys out. I want to thank you guys for coming through, but just, plug what you got. How can they find you? All that good stuff.
Well, Instagram, SoundCloud, everywhere. I mean, like I said, I'm not big on social media. I really only have an Instagram.
Yeah, and you telling him, right? Like, you got to step.
He tells me every day, dude. He's like, bro, you got to keep
posting. Post something, interact with the people, go live, do something. You got to, man.
Exactly. So that's the thing I've been lacking on, but yeah, I definitely got to start doing that. Well, that's why we're here,
Yes, it's a start. It's a start, and I'm gonna send you the shit. You're gonna have a picture. You're gonna have a link. Everything so that people can hear you and get to know you. So, what can they find your project?
TkZ with a little K. Like I said, it is a mouthful. It's hard to say, but all one word, TkZ with little K, or you could just type in TkZ. You'll most likely find me.
And then the link to everything is on your bio?
Everything in my bio. Everything's you can find it easily.
All right, Zay, how about you?
Yeah, everything, like same thing with his name. Everything's on my name. So as long as you know Zay Royals, Zay, and then Royals like royalty, you could always find me.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I'm putting this here now. I want you guys, when you guys have a next live show, I would like to go. Me and Amarie, we're gonna go. We're gonna support you guys.
Nice, man.
I want to really. I haven't been to a rap show in a minute where I'm just seeing like really cats on the come up. So I really want to try to enjoy myself.
Okay.
In my mind, I'm probably gonna like fuck around and joke a lot. But when you come on, I'm going there to support you. So
thanks, man.
Please let me know when you guys have the next show that's north of Adams.
For sure.
But I really want to come check you out because, like I said, I was listening to some of your stuff. I like how you play with your flow a little bit like that. You can go fast and slow it down and make good tempo mid-tempo records. So, that's kind of my speed. So I definitely would, I'm going to play some more and check it out.
Got to wait on it too. I'm doing like I said, the R&B thing is going to be big too. So I like
I'm all for that. I like the mixing the genre like in that Tory Lanez.
Yeah, like Bryson Tiller
type of shit. That's good. That's what I'm into. So for sure, man. Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. Do y'all use samples in your music or you use original beats?
We use most of them are original beats, but if I'm going for a sample, I could just hit up my producer and be like, "Yo, I really like this song. Can you sample it?" But most of the time, I just do original. And
you don't gotta clear it, right? Because if it's a mixtape, it don't.
Yeah, if it's like on SoundCloud, you're not like generating any revenue from it. You're pretty solid.
Nice. Good tidbit to know, artists. So yo, man, it's been another episode of For the Culture podcast. If y'all want to follow us, man, it's at For the Culture Live. My Instagram is at Nick of Comedy, Twitter, Facebook. What do I have coming up this week? Tomorrow. Yeah, it's not come out till Thursday. So y'all not gonna see me at the Dime tomorrow. I have a show June 20th with Cornbread Kitchen.
Where's that at?
I don't know. We just had a date. We didn't solidify where we at. But actually, next Saturday we'll be at the local. So I do improv with my team.
Nice.
We usually have a spot we do every Saturday nights. If we don't have any other shows, we get together. So next Saturday, catch me at the local on Hollywood and Vermont Clubhouse at 10 p.m. Me and Cornbread Kitchen, we're gonna turn it up there and.
Definitely, I'm gonna come out support.
All right, I'll send y'all the invite for sure. So yeah, man, follow me at Nick of Comedy For the Culture. We appreciate y'all. Peace.